Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation, and today I am running solo. We had a family emergency last week. We are still recovering from it, so it is me solo on the mic, so I'm going to do everything I can. What I'm going to do is we're going to talk about how to bring in the love, how to illuminate the darkness. I'm going to go through a little bit of that with you myself here, and then I'm going to open it up to questions and do the best I can in the chat room. So if you're chatting right now, bear with me as I will be taking a look at the chat room shortly here. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. So if somebody can say whether they can hear me or not, that will let me get on my horse so that I can help you this evening. So greetings to Christina, greetings to S. Fox, greeting to everyone who is here right now. All right, well, let us dive into things. Hearing yes, hear me great. Okay, excellent. So let's dive in and play. Tonight, we're going to keep this kind of highly focused on what we can do to get you back into the love and to blast out the darkness. So if you've been following the news, and oh my God, if you've been following it, do you need intestinal fortitude? No matter what side you're on or what country or wherever you're from, it's really easy to get sucked into the mire right now. And I'm here to tell you, it's also easy to think, I'm helpless and I can't make a difference. There's nothing I can do. And I want to challenge you on that because I believe nothing could be further from the truth. There is absolutely, positively something that we can do to make a massive difference. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm not a congressman. I'm not a senator. I'm not an American. I'm not a Canadian. I'm not a whateverian. Yes, but this physical world isn't what you think. It's all energy, and we are all amazing creators or tuning forks of energy, and we can tune into the highest vibration possible, and that will help elevate us all and literally blast out the darkness. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in a few minutes. First off, just a tiny bit of housekeeping. First, if you're looking for bite-sized meditations to get you in a positive place, to help you to push away the darkness, to help you start your day in the most positive way possible, we're giving away uplifting meditations free. Plus, you can get access to a massive vault of guided meditations from your favorite guests and authors. Simply come on over to imeditations.com. Again, that's imeditations.com, and you can get all of these free meditations and access to this massive vault of bite-sized meditations to help you raise your vibration up on a daily basis. If you can't remember imeditations.com, then come on over to inspirenationshow.com, and there's a link to get you over to imeditations.com or to sign up and get your meditations free right there. Secondly, this spring we had a 2-month waiting list for coaching, and it's going back up fast. So if you want to see if coaching is right for you and you don't want to be waiting a couple months, almost like the 2020, you want to get in fast and get a free strategy session with me to see if coaching is right for you. And that's simply come on over to inspirenationshow.com. Let's see if I can get these things down here. Whoa, on the microphone. First, imeditations.com. And for coaching, inspirenationshow.com/coaching, specifically if you want a strategy session with me, free session, if you're specifically interested in coaching with me. It may still be at our fall sale price. I can't promise that. It depends how full we are, but I would love to have the opportunity to speak with you and see if it's right for you before we're a couple months out. So if you're looking to make a shift, come on over to inspirenationshow.com/coaching. All right, if you're looking for something more budget-oriented, something to think about, we're going to be having group coaching for the new year. Woohoo! But wait, Michael, it's only October. Why do I want to think about the new year? Well, if you shoot us a line, we can get you on the wait list so that you're one of the first to find out about coaching, group coaching before it fills. That'll be a 2020 program. And you can simply come on over to inspirenationshow.com and send us a line through there. You can send us a line through here as well. Just let us know that you're interested. So you could also send it to, I believe, info@inspirenationshow.com. Well, just come on over to the website and go to the contact form and fill it in there. Next, check out our Instagram page. We have been sharing our whole journey there. That's Instagram.com/InspireNation Live. Not Inspire Nation Show. That's a dead page. But Inspire Nation Live. And lastly, and then we're going to dive into this with all the energy that we've got and push out the darkness. If you'd like to support the show, come on over to patreon.com, patreon.com, patreon.com/inspire, /Inspire Nation Show. Oh, that didn't work at all. Patreon.com/Inspire Nation Show. Inspire Nation, I believe it is. And you can come on over and support the show. And we're going to be we've done a great job till the family emergency. We've done a great job of posting really cool stuff about us, really cool learnings, experiences, our mountain runs, everything in between. And we're going to be getting back on top of that as well. So that's patreon.com/Inspire Nation. All right, let's talk about how we shift our energy and bring in the love. Because to me, that's really what it's all about. When I watch the world going crazy. First off, say this with me. When I watch the world going crazy, notice what happens with your energy. Whew. Now say after me, when I watch the world going crazy. One more time. When I watch the world going crazy. What happens when you say it that way? There's an energy shift. You can feel it. It's palpable. Your voice drops down. Your breath drops down into your belly. You go from all hyped up and real nervous about what's going on in the world today, and oh my God, what did he do? What did she do? What's going on over there? Are people going to be all right? To dropping down, feeling better, calming. Why? Because everything is energy. When we catch that our energy is beginning to spin, and we make that subtle shift from speaking up here to dropping down, everything changes inside of us. So what does that mean? It means we get to turn you into an energetic super sleuther. Someone who is continuously watching her or his energy, watching your energy, and watching the energy of those around you. For instance, you may have heard me say it before. I grew up with a family where friends didn't want to come to visit. They called it the crazy house because of all the fighting going on there. Now, I love my mom and dad so, so dearly, and they have calmed way down. Though between you and me, there's still over the top energy when I go to visit. And so what do? I balance the energy. That's my challenge, singular focus and challenge for you today, is we get to become energetic balancers. So what does this mean? If you're watching the news, and I'm typically someone who says, I don't watch the news at all, but this, I paid a little attention last week just to get a lay of the land. And I know the big stories will chase me down, but I needed to know for my audience what in the world is going on. But what I found is that the stories are spinning us all out of control, and we are getting sucked into the drama. It's why I call news negative, worthless stimulation. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't call us to action, and very positive action. Something I'll talk about at the end of this. But if all you do is get drawn into the news or get drawn into social media because of this, or get drawn into following any which side of the story, no matter which side you're on, and I see somebody saying, I don't watch the news, that's great. However, it comes and chases us down. It'll chase us down. I went onto the, Wonderground or AccuWeather or some weather show channel a couple days ago. And it's talking about invasions on the Weather Channel. So when this stuff chases you down, what we get to realize is we can become as much a broadcaster as we are a receiver. This doesn't mean that you need to have your own show, though you certainly can, or have your own blog, though you certainly can. But it means for every negative energetic photon or negative atom that vibrates our eardrums, we get to shoot something positive back. We can take in the negativity. In fact, there's a Buddhist meditation, a Tibetan Buddhist, I believe. It's called Tonglen. And it can be kind of an advanced one where you breathe in the fear of those around you or breathe in from the fear of the world and send out love. If you're not really grounded and centered, it can get you spinning. But the concept is sound. If we're watching the news, if we're taking in a negative energy, if we see it or hear it from our loved ones at work, from well-meaning bystanders, social media, wherever, we get to breathe in that negativity and send out love. The more positive energy we can send out, the more we will shift the world. And I believe while the world appears on some level to be going negative, it's not that at all. It's a spinning top that's spinning faster and faster, meaning it's easier and easier for it to look like it's going to the one direction, to the left, not politically speaking here, going to the left and whew, go to the right, or going to the right and then shoot to the left. In other words, the faster it spins, the easier it is to push it over into the positive. But we've got to feed it and feed our hearts. Actually, ingest from our ears, and just from our eyes, and just from our nose, and just into our hearts all of the positive energy we can, which means we need to go to a place of compassion. This means sending love to those who are hurt or are getting hurt. And perhaps most importantly, it means sending love. This is going to seem challenging. Sending love to those we decidedly do not agree with. It seems crazy, particularly when it's not just words, but it's action. And there's really serious stuff on a physical level right now. But we get to bring all the kindness, compassion, understanding, and tolerance we can, no matter what. The answer always comes from tolerance, from understanding, from kindness and compassion. For if we understand that we are all one, all of us, not just, well, I'm one and I'm connected to this one, I'm connected to that one, but I'm decidedly not connected to them. No, we are all one blue dot, as Carl Sagan would say, and spiritually, we are all one bush with different flowers, twigs, and thorns sticking up off of that plant. But we are all one plant of humanity. We are all one being. So if we understand that the world's problems are one arm or hand arguing with the other foot, it changes everything. If we understand we're an arm or a hand arguing with the other foot, but it's all one beingness, then our level of tolerance and compassion, even when we're going WT, goes way up. And we start to look at things from a greater place, from a higher level perspective. There's a great image that I've seen in a cartoon recently. It shows a rowboat, and the bottom of the rowboat is starting to sink. There's two people down there plunging with everything that they've got. There's two other people on the other end of the rowboat that's sticking in the sky because it's sinking butt first into the water. And they're going, so glad it's not happening on our end. we are all in the rowboat together. No matter what we label ourselves, no matter who's over there but not over here, whether that's politically, whether that's geographically, whether it's spiritually, it just doesn't matter. We are all one. The sooner we grasp this, the sooner we realize we need to bring love to everyone, not just the people who we agree with. For I'll let you in on a little secret. The people we don't agree with are probably the ones in the most pain. Again, we've got to bring the light. We've got to bring the kindness. We've got to rise above it and bring all of the love and compassion we can. This isn't easy. This is not easy. This is graduate level work. But if we want to save the boat, and I know we can do it, then we've got to rise up to the occasion and do what's most difficult. No matter what somebody has done to you, no matter what somebody has said to you, no matter what somebody has done or said to others, we get to love them up now like there's no tomorrow. If we do, we're going to the upper room. If we don't, then there really is no tomorrow. And frankly, I believe we can get the lessons the easy way or the hard way. We're eternal beings having a human existence. But if we want to keep this human existence going, we get to rally to the occasion and bring as much love in as we can. Now, I've recently been asked, what does it mean to send love? And how in the world can we send love to everybody? That sounds indiscriminate. It doesn't sound right. Well, I think of one of the ultimate love givers on this planet, or in this, what would we call it, solar system? The sun. What do you mean the sun gives love? Well, the sun causes everything to grow. It causes everything to live. Without the sun, there would be arguably no life on this planet, no life in the solar system. And the sun does not discriminate. It doesn't care who you are, what you've done, what you're going to do, what your color is, what your ethnicity is, what your sexual orientation is, what your political belief is. It's going to shine light on you. Even if you're one of the people chopping down all the trees on the planet, it doesn't care. It's going to shine love on you no matter what. And that's what we get to do. So as an exercise, we can do this for just a minute or two here. Picture the sun, and for part of the country, the sun is still out. For part of the world, half of the world, I guess, the sun is still out. Imagine breathing in all the sunlight that you possibly can. Breathe in all of this loving golden light. And send out love just to your immediate family. Breathe in light, send out love to your family. Now breathe in even more of that sunlight and send it out to everyone in your town. Breathe in all the love and light you can. Now send it out to everybody, everywhere in your state. Breathe in love, 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 love. Breathe in all that golden sunlight you can. And send out all the love and light in the world you can to everyone in your part of the country, whatever country that may be. Breathe in all the sunlight, all this golden love and light you can, and send it out, 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 all the love you can to everyone in your country, no matter their beliefs, no matter what. Send out so much love that it hurts, remembering love's the ultimate renewable resource. Breathe in all the golden sunlight that you can. Take it into your heart, take it into your lungs, take it into your belly, and now send out all the love and light you can to everybody on your continent, no matter which continent that may be. Breathe in all the sunlight you can. Feel it infusing, imbuing every cell of your being with love and light. And in this golden power, send out all the love and light you can to everyone in your hemisphere. And now breathe in all that golden sunlight you can. Feel your fingertips tingling with love and light, your toes tingling with love and light, your hair buzzing, your follicles buzzing with love and light, and send out all that love and light to every single person on the planet. And one more time, be the sun. Breathe in all that love and light. See yourself enveloped like the sun in this glowing golden globe of light. And then to everyone and everything everywhere, send out all the love and light you can. This is what I mean about illuminating the darkness. This is what I mean about what we get to do if we watch the news, if we participate in social media, if we own a car and drive to work, if we take a bus, if we take a bike, if we're in a cubicle, no matter where we are, we get to send out all the love and light we can. And when you feel yourself being sucked down into the muck and the mire, turn that love and light right back inward into yourself. Now, what else can we do? If you find yourself negative, berating, judging, afraid, going to a place of fear, if you're in Colorado, I'm going to be speaking at the Aspen Ministry. I think it's this Sunday. Yes, this Sunday at 11 o'clock, a talk with the minister, Nicholas Vesey, on fear and what we can do to lean into fear, to make it our friend, to befriend our fear. Come here, fear. I want you to be my best friend, to integrate it into our wholeness of being and to come out shining bright. So when we catch ourselves going to a place of fear, what can we do? Replace it. Replace it with a positive thought. Replace it with an affirmation. Replace it with an action. So yes, this can be breathing love or sending love. We discussed that. It could also be imagining the world as a more beautiful place. It can literally be as simple as taking your hand to your chest and saying, it's going to be okay. Imagining yourself as a little child, as a little Michael, as the case may be. It's going to be okay, Michael. It's going to be okay, Michael. And remember, no mud, no lotus. It is a harrowing, crazy time period. People would argue it's the craziest ever. I don't know. I haven't lived in every time period, at least in this lifetime. So maybe I have collective amnesia, but I don't know. And I wonder how many past lifetimes have said that was the craziest period. But it really does seem to be out of control crazy. But as I've discussed with many guests on the show recently, it's also a beautiful period of great change. And I truly, positively believe something outstanding, amazing, and greater than we could ever imagine is going to come out of it. Chaos is always required for great change. Remember, chaos and dis-ease are always required for great change. No great change has ever come from somebody kicking back on the couch and saying, I'm comfortable. Let's see what's on the tube. It came from the holy crap, or the oh my God, I've got to do something, or even an enlightened idea which required action, which again means putting yourself out there, which means getting uncomfortable, which means chaos. So I believe greatness is going to come out of this is if, don't go to the dark side, Luke, we don't go to the negative. Instead, we bring in all the light that we can. Remember, as you see darkness, we get to raise our energy to match or even overcome any negativity that is out there. Now, I can hear some people saying there's no such thing as negative. There is energy that empowers us and is expansive. There is energy that drags us down. Does it all help us in our expansive growth to the universe? Yes. Again, we can have it the easy way or the hard way. The easy way would be the survival of this planet and more expansive growth and love and light here. The hard way would be us going back to source and having to build this place from scratch all over again. I do realize it's all for our highest good, but I choose A over B, which brings us to another simple thing that you can do right here now in this moment and each and every day. Meditate, meditate, meditate. It's so easy when we watch self-help, when we watch Inspire Nation, when we watch whatever. So yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. But not to do our own practice. You need to practice. I need to practice. We all need to practice going quiet and learning how to change or train our mind to shift to the positive. Now, I'm not going to say there's one right way to do meditation. There are guided meditations. It can be repeating mantras. It can be silent meditations. It can be the short snippet meditations on imeditations.com. There is no one right way. But the more you begin to take control of your mind, and it's a practice, you get to do this each and every day, the more you're able to go to that, what Paul Selig's guide, and I love Paul Selig as a spiritual author, calls the upper room, the higher vibration place. In fact, I love his guide, Paul Selig's guide's mantra, which is a great mantra to help shift your energy in this moment or go to a higher octave or a higher vibrational place. So I'm giving credit to Paul Selig. I'm giving credit to his guides. But you can repeat after me this shifting mantra. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how to serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. Speaking of free, look at your environment. Look at what you ingest through your eyes, ears, nose, throat, the works. And look at who you hang with and trim your tree. This doesn't mean being mean. This doesn't mean being judgmental. This doesn't mean treating anyone with anything less than love, kindness, and compassion. But if there are people in your life that are dragging you down, you get to build some distance and the most kind, gentle, and loving fashion possible for them so that you can bring your energy up to a higher room. Now, this doesn't mean using it as a weapon, going, oh, you're low energy, I'm not going to stay around you. Whoa, who's the one bringing the low energy? No, no, no. If you sense that they're continuously complaining and judgmental and gossipy, then you may very want to quietly and gently exit with all the love in the world, exit stage right, or build some more distance. Speaking of distance, get yourself out, get yourself exercising, get the energy flowing again. The better that you take care of yourself, the better that we can take care of the world around us. Yes, this means get outdoors, get in nature, if the time and circumstances allow. I realize it's getting dark earlier if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. This may mean the weekend. But out in nature, you are in a higher room. You do have a different perspective. You do have an easier time. I'm picturing my time in Boulder. I'm up on a hilltop. Up on a hilltop, it's much easier to send love and light to everybody down below. And I mean that kind of metaphorically. I don't mean in a judgmental sort of way. Guess in the hills, it's a literal thing as well. But when you're out in nature, it's much easier to feel the love, to share the love, and to send the love. And on that note, help and serve others. Whenever I meet with someone and they seem lost, really, really lost, I know the answer. I know where to go. We get to get outside of ourselves and start helping others. When you serve, you can't help but feel better about yourself, and you can't help but sending love and light out to those around you. So help people in any way you can. The more love and kindness you put out in the world, particularly the now, the more it's like a boomerang is going to come right back to you. It's why I call love the ultimate renewable resource. This could mean carrying an extra energy bar with you and giving it out to someone in need on the way to work. It could mean donating. It could mean donating your time. Anything you do can make a massive difference. I look at life as a two-step dance. One, we all get to do the dive on the inside. We all get to go quiet, to slow down our minds, to meditate, to turn inwards, to reflect, to become aware. And we all get to step forward and to step out into the world and make a difference in any way we can. I call that the chomp wood, carry water. No longer are we allowed to just sit in the cave like people used to do until we get to enlightenment. The earth and world and everyone around you needs action, kind, gentle, easy, good. We don't need to rush, but needs action now. So we can go into that inner cave, cultivate the love, cultivate the kindness and compassion, cultivate the stillness. And then we get to, and I believe we owe it, to get out in the world and make a difference in any way we can. Take part. You don't have to sit on the sidelines, no matter what you believe. If you see a positive way to contribute and have the means to do so, then by all means do. I'm going to leave you with this last quote here before I open it up to some questions. And I stand by this so strongly. It's what Mother Teresa once said. I will never attend an anti-war rally. But if you have a peace rally, invite me. Never push back on the negative. What you resist persists. Always support the positive. It's the most powerful way to illuminate the darkness and help heal the world around us. All right, going to open it up to some questions now, and bear with me. If your question isn't answered, I'm going to try scrolling through the top, through the chat. Feel free to post it again. As a one-person show tonight, this could be a little bit challenging. So I'm going to scroll through to the beginning, see what kind of questions we have. I may not watch news. Hi, Christina. I may not watch news, but it does reach you. In other words, at work, when drama is going down, how do we keep grounded or shift to the positive? Christina, when you see stuff going around all around you, the first thing I want you to do is step back if you can, and if not, just step back internally and go to the breath. When things are starting to spin out of control, biologically, we start breathing faster and start breathing from our upper lungs because we're about to run and sprint. I don't have time for a deep breath. So, the first thing we can do is literally come back to the breath. You can put your hand on your belly. I don't know if I can see that here. Put your hand on the belly. Feel the belly expand and send it out. There are a lot of different ways you can breathe. There are a lot of different methodologies out there. I would go in and out through the nose. Why? Because baby, when getting mama's milk, always and only breathe in and out through the nose. So as long as your nose isn't completely clogged, it is the most calming and soothing step you can take. Next, as I was mentioning earlier, crank up that love. I remember years ago, Jessica and I had been, you probably heard the story, we had been completely wiped out, came back from Maui. Jessica's very sick. We're starting Inspire Nation. We're living in Jessica's 8x10 childhood bedroom, 2 separate twin mattresses, good Asian conservative father, and her parents were having a fight in the office with a closed door. And Jessica went outside that door and just started breathing in light, sending out love, breathing in light, sending out love, breathing in light, sending out. It got quiet. What happened? She sent so much love in there, the argument couldn't take place. What does this mean? It means the challenges, strife, and drama at work are actually an opportunity to help bring everyone up to an upper level. Everyone to a higher level by cultivating it in yourself. Now, that doesn't mean putting yourself in front of a bus, in front of a truck, in the middle of an argument. I'm not suggesting that at all. But it does mean off in the sidelines is anything but off to the side. It means you can take an active role. And if the drama is crazy over the top, you can take an active role too in saying, is there someplace else I can work where I can make more of a positive contribution? It's not as crazy of a place. This is a time, even or especially with the instability around us, to challenge where we are at, to challenge where we can make a difference. And even if it means getting uncomfortable, as long as we can truly keep that roof over our head, being willing to get uncomfortable and say what is the best fit out there for my highest good and the highest good of all. So brilliant, brilliant question, Christina. I'm going to keep scrolling through here and see what we've got. Do I know anything about 432nd hertz from Yochanan in Israel? I used to. I don't remember anything anymore except that I love it. I love the frequency. I love the meditations at that frequency. I love the music when it is tuned to 432nd. Is it better? Is it more special? Is it tuned at a higher harmonic vibration? Or, there's whole talk about conspiracy and chord sequences being changed around the time of World War II. I can't really speak to that. What I can speak to is, how does it make you feel? We are truly, don't give your power away to anybody else. Don't give your power away to Google. Don't give your power away to any expert. Not even me. Don't give your power away. Feel it out. How does it feel? How does the music feel to you? And I'm so glad you mentioned music, because more and more I have been putting on my headphones throughout the day, listening to theta brain entrainment music, listening to inspiring music, listening to grounding, calming pieces, because that is one powerful way that we take in or ingest energy. Look at your musical choices. Oftentimes we put on something that's very loud and blaring to give us energy to go to work and be able to pound our way through the day. But if instead we can find music that's calming, that's soothing, that turns down or detunes our nervous system, we will think more clearly, we will make better decisions, and even though it looks like we are moving more slowly, we will make less mistakes or less poor decisions. And actually, it's an expression my editor put on the back of my second book. And I was like, wow, you're so right. That is my philosophy. You will be going slow to go fast. And that comes from getting music that resonates with you, that helps calm and soothe your soul. Next question. And keep the questions going, because we're going to go up till half past the hour, or whenever the questions end. And when the questions end, I'm not going to ask myself any questions. I'm going to say thank you, and we'll have a beautiful evening. All right, next question. What would you suggest for increasing motivation? DHML, Dimmel. To me, that's a loaded question. I don't believe in pushing ourselves harder. I don't believe in driving ourselves harder. I believe in how can we get, so when I coach somebody or when I'm interviewing somebody to see if they're a good match for me, I often tell people, I don't want you to work harder. I don't want to help you work smarter. I want to help get you into the flow. That's the challenge. The whole idea about motivation, if you're doing something you love, you are highly motivated. It's inherent. The trick is we're often putting a square peg in a round hole, or we are so squashed down by all the negativity, not just in the world around us, but in our minds as well, that it feels too exhausting to step forward into what we love. What does this mean? First off, if I was to try to get anybody motivated, I would tell them to sleep. We are going around the world sleepwalking and exhausted. Turn off the tube, turn off the movies, turn off the computer, turn off the phone, and get to sleep earlier. And if you don't have good sleep hygiene, we have many, many, many shows on sleep hygiene. If you go over to inspirenationuniversity.com, we have a whole program, under $100, a whole program to help you get to sleep easier rather, there's a slip, and earlier as well. But get yourself well rested, first and foremost. Secondly, fuel yourself up well. Thirdly, notice I'm talking about the body here. Get yourself exercising. Get the energy flowing again. And get yourself meditating to get the energy flowing again. That can be yoga, that can be guided meditations, that can be dropping into the silence. Then you get to look at, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And where are these energetic blocks coming from? Do I need an expert, a healer? Do I need to do emotion code work? Do I need to do tapping? What do I need to help? Do I need a psychologist or psychiatrist? What do I need to do to offload some of the negativity that is pulling me down? And then do I have a process like automatic writing? I'm incredibly biased. Automatic writing is a process where you get into a state of meditation and the pen literally flows and gives you words of guidance, words of wisdom. What do I need to help me tap into my inner wisdom to see if I'm on track or not? Oftentimes, the things we're trying to motivate ourselves to do are things that others want us to do, are things that we were told important for us to do, are things that we were told important to do, and they don't resonate with our highest self. So, what does that mean? Well, first off, we want to recognize this to see if we need to shift. Secondly, if we need to shift, we have to find a way to reframe it and see that job, see that experience as a temporary investor in our future. I'm stealing a line from Lisa Nichols, absolutely love her. An investor in our future while we carve regular rhythmic time each and every day to get ourselves out of what we don't want to do and into what lights us up. Because when we find what lights us up, that is the flow. And there, over time, as we get ourselves lighter, I'm picturing clearing off these energetic blocks, motivation becomes a non-issue. So brilliant, brilliant question there, DHML. And now, Christina. Thanks, Michael. This would work well for panic and anxiety too, yes? Absolutely. The more that we are sending out love, the more we are focusing on giving the love to others, the more that we are focusing on illuminating the world, the better we feel and the less time we have to be anxious and worried. Now, I don't want to take away from anxiety. Going back to what I was talking about with DHML, you may well need to do some sort of clearing work to release any emotional trauma or wounds that you are carrying from adulthood, that you are carrying from childhood, that you are carrying from pre-birth, that you are carrying from your parents. And if you believe in such, and I don't see the world any other way, that you are carrying from past lives as well. We don't need to label it. All we need to do is find the emotional wound or trauma and clear it to help remove that trigger. And until we've done so, we can label it, we can recognize it so that we can step back and observe it. Michael's really anxious right now. Michael is kind of freaked out right now. And if I say Michael is kind of freaked out right now, well, guess what? I've actually built myself some space between Michael and the anxiety. And then maybe I can even step back one diopter more and say, where is this anxiety coming from? I can even welcome in the anxiety over time and say, hey, anxiety, why don't you pull up a chair next to me? Let's have a talk, anxiety. Why are you here? Where did you come from? How are you here to serve me? And make your panic and anxiety your friend. Now, it's not that easy in the beginning. I know all too well the feeling of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then those moments of, oh my God, the best I can do is go, this too shall pass. All I can do is observe it and love myself up in the moment. And then as I start to come out of it, I can write about it, journal about it, do automatic writing. I can go for a walk and learn about it. I always recommend, if it's safe, never get in a motor vehicle when you're panicked or anxious, but if it's safe, go for a walk, particularly out to nature. Hug a tree if you have the opportunity, and get that energy flowing, and then observe what is going on. But if you can go to a place of love and light, go to that meditation we did earlier, or look at how you can help and serve others, that can change anything in those experiences. Let's see. I've got one question left. Let's see if there are any more questions. If not, we will be wrapping this up a little bit early tonight. Marnie Kennedy, I recently watched your interview with Clint Ober. Woohoo! At the end, you said, I can't recommend. I can't recommend. No, I couldn't. I can't recommend Clint Ober's earthing or grounding products enough. I can absolutely recommend everything from Clint Ober. I don't have it here in front of me, but in the other room, Clint Ober, for those who are not familiar with it, is the father of earthing, or the father of grounding. The scientifically proven idea that just like you want to plug in a computer and the electronics to a third prong to ground so that it doesn't short out, we are electrical too, and we need to be standing on the earth, barefoot on the earth, or touching a product that is connected to the earth so that we don't short out as well. What does shorting out mean? It means inflammatory responses. It means nervousness. It means panic, as we were discussing earlier. It means a lot of getting sick. It means a scrambled brain. It means feeling spun. So I have I think it's graphite mat under my keyboard in my studio that is plugged into the third prong of the electrical outlet to ground. And that third prong actually goes outside with a wire and plugs into the earth. So I can drain the electrical charge that literally builds up on and inside of our body, that creates free radicals, that creates an oxidative response, and that scrambles the brain. Well, I don't carry electricity. I'm not electrical. Go shuffle around on the carpet in the winter and go, ha ha, zzz. And you'll find that we all carry a charge, and it doesn't feel good. So Marnie, I can't recommend enough finding grounding or earthing products. My guess is it's earthing.com. They may have a new website as well to get. We sleep on a grounded sheet at night that has a silver filament that plugs into the third prong and goes outside to the earth. We have mats for our computers. We even have mats for our pets as well to help keep them grounded too. All right, and let's see if we have one last question DHML mentioned automatic writing. So we're going to go, haha, and Don has a loaded question, but I can go there by not going there, Don. So let's take DHML's question first, automatic writing. When we were on Maui years ago, and we were there for about 3.5 years, we had a best-selling book come out. We had another book come out that honestly tanked. We had a lot of injuries take place, a lot of crash and burns when we were working our tails off. This was when we were trying to work harder, we were trying to work smarter, but we were out of flow. I was at a meditation center, and each winter for 2 winters in a row, for 3 or 4 hours a day, I was the guy holding space for everybody, which often wasn't that many people, but a lot of flowers around me. But I was holding beautiful space. And yet my world was falling apart. Why? Because it's a two-step dance. One, we have to go inside. Second, we have to show ourselves, put ourselves out there to the world. And I was lost. Then I started using automatic writing, a process I'd been taught that I didn't believe in at first. My ego basically kicked back, where we go into meditation. We go into this very quiet, sacred space. And like the book Neil Donald Walsh's Conversations with God, we write to our higher self, our inner wisdom. We can call it God, source, universe, angels, guides. I joke and call it the giant cheeseburger in the sky. It's funny for a mainly vegan guy like myself to be saying. The point is, you don't have to believe in anything. We all have this this quiet voice inside of us that says, turn left now. That says, call John or Amy. That says, watch out for the bus. Or that says, you're about to get a phone call. It's going to be a difficult one. We all have that voice inside of us. With automatic writing, it's a process you can do each morning or each evening, where you can learn how to let those words come out on paper automatically, because you just put the pen to paper and the words come out without any thought. That help guide you in every area of your life. Once we fully dove into it, everything good in our life has come out of it. This talk has come out of it. This topic for this YouTube Live has come out of it. The show, Inspire Nation, came out of it. All of the interviews come out of it. In fact, when you practice this, you start to cultivate this voice to where a lot of what you hear me say, and certainly the questions that I ask in my interviews, are really coming from that inner wisdom voice of automatic writing. It's not a giant burning bush. It's not a booming voice in the sky, but it's the words starting to come to you. And that's where we find out who we are. That's where we find out where we want to go in life. That's when we're able to get ourselves fully into alignment. So I can't recommend it enough. We have it for sale on automaticwriting.com. Or you can go to inspirenationuniversity.com. Let me see if I can write these down here. Automaticwriting.com, inspirenationuniversity.com. And it's a whole video series. It's like 52 or 54 videos. It's less than $100, and it will change your life. It is my one most important, most powerful daily activity. I can meditate all I want, but if I don't do the automatic writing, my ship is sunk, because I'm going to be operating from the fear-based mind up here. This mind is great for finding or creating problems and then trying to figure out ways out of those problems. It is not great for looking big picture, for looking holistically, for seeing where in the heck we get to go in life, or where we are pulled or called to go. It's going to always operate out of fear. Now, it's a great tool. You decide you want to build something. There's no better tool than the mind to go write a blueprint, grab a hammer, grab some nails, and get busy. But it's not going to tell you what's pulling your heart. It's not going to tell you where you get to go next. It's not going to tell you how to end a disagreement from a place of love, or how to keep yourself or your family safe. This inner wisdom will. And so that automatic writing heck, even Inspire Nation show. Jessica gave me the name. We were trying to come up with what the show was going to be. Going into automatic writing, going quiet, and listening. We heard this is what you get to do. Again, not a booming voice, not a woo-woo thing, but very clearly out on the pages, flowed like a blueprint of where we get to go from here. Again, that's automaticwriting.com and inspirenationuniversity.com. All right, Dawn, what do I think of politics? It's insane, Dawn, and it can drag you down quite easily if you focus on it too much. Now, if you're in politics, if you're trying to make a difference, well, you may need to chop wood and carry water and jump in. But there are two ways that we can go about this. One, we can go to negative mudslinging or supporting whoever is our favorite mudslinger. Two, we can go to the love. And who is our favorite love shiner on the world? Well, there's a term that I've never heard, a love shiner. Almost sounds like a black eye from love. I don't mean that. But what I do mean is how can we bring as much positive energy to world changers as we can? I called some senators this weekend. I was so kind and compassionate and doing my best to share my love with them while supporting them and encouraging them to do what I felt was for our highest good and the highest good of all. Let me let you in on a secret. I don't have the answers. I don't even pretend to have the answers. Who knows what's best? I don't. But I do know that going to love, kindness, and compassion and understanding are going to do the best job in the world for all of us. No matter what political side you are, no matter what country you are. I know this sounds crazy. Go read the other side of things. It's your arm trying to understand your foot. Even if the foot seems completely and totally insane, asleep, and dangerous, learn from the foot. And hopefully the foot can learn from you as well. That is how we are all going to get to heal the world. Love up everyone unequivocally. This does not mean you have to agree with their decisions. This does not mean that you have to support them in any way. Jessica cringes when I say it, but I can see the love and the sweetness inside of everyone. And at the same time, I can be completely opposed, despised, or of course scared of what they are doing, because we are all infinite beings having a human existence. We are all individual manifestations of the same bush. So we get to love each one another up, but we don't have to agree. We don't have to condone. We don't even have to allow is a funny way to put it. But without judgment, we don't have to support what doesn't seem right. But what we do get to do is bring all the love in the world to it we can. All right, I thought there might be one last question, and if not, we are going to wrap things up. Thank you, Marnie Kennedy, for your beautiful words. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful words. So hopefully Jessica will be back on the mic next week. I cannot promise this. I need to give her time to heal. I need to give both of us time to heal. But I just want to encourage you. If you take in any of this quote unquote negativity right now, I want to encourage you to blast the world back out with as much love and light as you can. You can make a difference. You can make a difference just by shifting the energy inside of you. That too is enough, because we are each individual tuning forks. You raise your energy, it raises up the energy of everyone around you. And when you do it, it is truly contagious to everyone around you. I traveled to the World Summit of Nobel Peace Laureates a couple weeks ago. Oh my God, are these people on fire to change the world? And many of them started from a place of fear, started from a place of not knowing, started from a place of taking tiny little baby steps forward. Like Lech Wałęsa, he ended communism almost single-handedly with millions behind him. He says, I'm just a worker. I'm just a worker. I'm not even a union worker. There were no unions. He said communism wouldn't end unless there was a nuclear war. He goes, I'm just a worker, but it's gone. We each have so much more power than you could ever possibly imagine. So what does this mean? It meant on my trip in the buses, my trip in the airplane, my trip as a sardine in the airplane for 1 or 2 flights, sending out all the love and light in the world I can to everyone, even the guy who was coughing on my arm. I didn't even know anybody would do that. He would put his hands together and instead of blocking the cough, funnel it straight into my arm. Even I got to send all the love in the world I could and pull my arm away and go scrub my arm down and try to keep it away from him. Again, this is the 2-step dance. But even I got to send all the love out I could. So that's it for this week. Come follow us on Instagram. Come support us on Patreon. If you want that coaching session to shift your life, you got to get in now or else you're going to be looking at next year. And that's inspirenationshow.com/coaching. And above and beyond all else, when I say shine bright, I mean shine your love and light on the world. If you had an electron microscope and you drilled down, you would see that every single one of your cells, and I saw this when our dear dog Pumpkin, it's a coyote mix, right before she passed away, we were gifted to be able to look down at her individual cells vibrating and see there was light coming off of each one of them, even though she was 1 day away, less than a day away from passing away. You have so much light inside of you. You have so much love inside of you just from your very existence. So I want to encourage you to be the light, to shine the light, to live the light, and beam it out to everybody in the world you possibly can. So that's it from here. I send all my love your way. Jessica sends all her love away. Thank you so much for your kind comments coming in right now. And love you guys so much. Shine bright. Love you. I love you. And Pookie, though you're not on the camera tonight, I love you, Pookie. And all of our little 2-leggers and 4-leggers as well. Be well. Keep shining bright. Love you guys.